Okay, we're good. They were outside and we have like the dog area is like gated off and they were barking at something, but they came right in. So hi Bailey. Thanks for being here tonight. Okay, so I think depending on what people want to do tonight, I'm thinking about playing with specific cabinets in this optimal layout we're shooting for here. Um, so this is scaled up. I like changed some of the design stuff to it because I was like, let's just go a little more basic. Even though it's probably not that basic, but working out some of the kinks in it and just kind of like seeing what people think. I think one of the big things that I don't want to say concerned with, but I know a lot of people wouldn't like that the sink isn't centered on the island. But this kitchen is designed for function, not just aesthetic. So like we're trying to like nail down aesthetic and optimal layout and then work with design stuff. So that is why I have the sink here. Oh, I got my mic. Um, Close to the range because I think that's important to have that setup because I don't do pot fillers. So that's my thought. And even the other thing, my other issue with pot fillers, I was like thinking about this today, or was it last night? It doesn't matter. You still have to drain the water. So like really does it like do that good to like have it anyway? I don't know. Like that's like the harder part is carrying a hot pot across, you know, the kitchen to drain it. So this needs to not be a deck. So let's change this back to pantry. My God, my child is not needing me right now. We had a very busy day. I got burnt because I was building a fence. So we were like rushing around trying to get ready for me to go live at 8:40. Oh, hi Megan. I didn't see you in here. Um, okay, so we're open. You need to stay right there. What do you need, honey? No, I just can't have you come in here because you don't have clothes on. Oh my gosh. It is not my night. Hold on. It's just gonna be one of those nights. You're good? You sure? Okay. What are we talking about? You're a little ninja sneaking in. Hello, Patrick. Pat. You called yourself Patrick the one time and it's stuck now in my head. Good? Okay. So let's talk about this window here in the sink location. I wanted a little bit more space here. But I'm not 100% sure. So one thing I kind of regret, only gonna need you to do a shipping container. I would be up for that. I would give that a try. Like structurally, I don't know how I do that in Chief. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Like the wall layers. That would be fun. Maybe I can add that to the list of things to do. So one thing I regret in my kitchen is that I didn't do a paper towel like thing here. I thought about it and I was like, no, that's so extra. To me, it's like panel ready appliances to me. Like that's not us. And like part of me wanted it, like I really just want to mount it under like a cabinet there because like that's just so functional and practical to me. But I kind of do wish I had this. So I'm wondering, do we think this is too far from the sink? Because I'm like, is it too far? Is that like not helpful where it is? And that's just stupid and I should take it out? Because I'm thinking it's a little far. Like really, it should be on the right here. But, ooh, maybe I should switch it to the right. So this in particular is hi June, is my actual countertops. I believe it's run by Decton. I had to import it because even though we have the Decton catalogs, we didn't have this one. And the file itself is really large, I think. Yeah, so I had like a very large image file so that it would stretch right because otherwise the repeat would be bad. Under the sink attached door, so you have to open the door to get it? I don't know how I feel about that. How does everybody else feel about that? For the paper towel in the door? Or should it go to the right of the sink? I'm leaning like I could put it to the right of the sink, but then the problem is that this is my pots and pans drawer. I like I do too, Megan, but it's just like kind of one of those things. Trash above a trash. I have mine mounted under the cabinet and I love it. So right under Allie, you have it under the kitchen sink too? Or no, under a wall cabinet, sorry. Right? Under a wall cabinet. I think I'm going to have to do that. I think I'm going to have to get like a really... Addie, what do you need, sweetheart? pretty one because otherwise, what's up? Just stop right there. You can't come in here. What do you need? He's in the shower right now. So why don't you just go upstairs? He'll be up in a minute, okay? Thank you, baby. Go read some books. Play with your Barbies. My sink is in my island, so I have to have it mounted under a wall. Oh, that stinks. So you have to kind of like turn around to use it, maybe? Okay, so let's vote on this because we're trying to decide the optimal kitchen layout, not necessarily for aesthetics. So, no, aesthetics are important, but not as important. We're going for function, exclusively function, and then going to try to make it look really pretty. Yeah, we have ours mounted inside a cabinet door. I love that it's hidden, but maybe not on the actual door. Just do a hideaway hand dryer. No more paper towels. I just finally I have to have I'll join there. Okay, Bailey, thank you for joining when you did. Since we've moved, I'm finally back to subscribing and saving on Amazon. And oh my God, I'm so excited to just have a plethora of toilet paper and paper towels so I don't have to go to the store when we're out. Nope, so this one, I was working on this one. I had to make this and it didn't, I don't love it. It definitely would be best here, but my concern is that I don't want to overdo the kitchen. Like, again, this is trying to be like, I don't want to say what's the minimal we can do, but like, let's not overdo it because we want to stay functional. We're going to change the color of it. Maybe I should change the color right now. Or maybe I shouldn't because then people will be like, that's so boring. Put some color in there. We'll see. Yeah, we could definitely put it at the trash here. But like if the sink is here, no, you're good. It's okay. I think it should be near the sink. And so now I'm just kind of wondering if, yes, 100% function. Oh, thank you, Jared. I've been using it for 17 years, so I have lots that I can show you. Okay, so we gotta vote on this. I tried to like start doing a vote, and now I can't find my mountain under the right. I like that idea, Jules. Where is? Oh, they moved it. Okay, let's take a vote on this. Okay, so let's do, let's try in cabinet door, under wall cabinet, or fancy cabinet. Why everybody knows what fancy cabinet means when I say that. For paper towels. Okay, let's see what we got here. So there's our options. So in the cabinet door, so it's hidden away, we can't see it. Again, we're looking at function. We're not like talking as much about aesthetic. We just want what is the most functional. I think obviously hiding it in a cabinet door definitely is a little bit more aesthetic and less function maybe because, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like my husband. I always think of Chris in this situation because Chris is our cook. And like I look at our kitchen layout and I had chat analyze our kitchen layout. And we were so darn close on being like 10 out of 10. Granted, my chat loves me. So I feel like it's always like, it's biased. But I'm also like ask Gemini and I'll probably ask like Grok and maybe Copilot at some point. Just to like see without it being biased. I think that's what I'm leaning towards too, Jules. Is that it's not functional to have it hidden away. So the best place, I think, is also under a wall cabinet. Yes, that's true. And I've noticed that with like grabbing stuff out of the fridge, like the fridge, or like where our spatulas are. Like if I'm doing something and like my hands are dirty from cooking, like I'm getting the drawers dirty and I don't like that. So I'm surprised the fancy cabinet only got 2 votes. So Patrick, what's your vote? Did you vote? I don't see your vote in there. While we're sitting here, let's think of a different color. Remember that? Was anybody here for the pigeon kitchen? I don't know if anybody, maybe Jen would have been here. I don't know if she was here that night though when we did the pigeon kitchen. You're okay, Jen. Oh man, was it really that color? It had to have been that color. Show and folder. Benjamin Moore. I can't imagine it was that color. Oh, maybe it was. That's kind of fun. I kind of like that. Okay, so, oh, we're tied right now. Okay, so for those of you just joining, the question is, where do you want your paper towels? As far as the optimal kitchen layout and getting the most function, not with the concern with aesthetic, because we're hoping we can tie the aesthetics back in. Where do you want your paper towel? Do you want it under a wall cabinet? Do you want it like in the fancy cabinet thing like I have here? Or do you want it in a cabinet door where it's tucked away and nobody can see it? Oh, Jules, I gotta show you something. Yes, Jared. Okay. So we can do that real quick because I know that was fun for all of you to see that. Let's just we're gonna go to a different color right here. Okay, we're tied right now with underwall cabinet or in a fancy cabinet, and I need some people to vote so we can break this poll in 8 seconds. Is it really that hard to find the polls on here? We're going to have to do that one again. Oh, there we go. Underwall. Thank you to whoever just put in that last vote and made sure we were in a tie. Okay, so the winner is under the wall cabinet. All right, so real quick for my chief architect, what do I call you people? Chief architect users, I guess. So I click the color, and on my screen, which I'm going to have to move over a little bit so you guys can see it, we have these little tools here. We've got a CORFP. Blend and chief architect students. There we go. I don't know where this will be in your toolbars, but it's the material paint component, material paint object. And I also have keyboard controls for these. So like I just hit 1, 1, 2, 2 on my keyboard, R3 for these settings. So component means you're just changing whatever the specific object, like part of the object is in like the material catalog, like the material objects, material components in the object. I can show you that in a second. Object is any color that is, any part of the object that is that color. And then this one's room. So I did room. You can do floor. You can do the entire plan. So if you want to change something in the entire plan, you would do it that way. So what I'm going to do again is like if I just do object here, it's going to change this entire cabinet to be that color. I guess that cabinet's connected. If we open these doors, you can see that the inside is going to be that color. But let's say we want it to be this darker color. I'm going to hit component again. So it's C, and it's just going to change that part. So sometimes you'll see me do that with like fun cabinets there. So, and then if we'll close those doors again. And if I want, I can just eyedrop this and then I'll hit the R for room. And there we are. So that is how you do the whole room at once. It's a great tool to have. Okay, I think we're going to leave it this pigeon kitchen. I think it's too far reach from the sink. Maybe in an upper cabinet holds it underneath. Yeah, so I'm thinking paper towels are going to go right here. Jules, who's an interior design student, suggested that, and I think that is the best place. Then it's not as much in your, I'm going to have to rotate this object if I do it. See, like right now, we literally just have them on the counter like this. And I don't mind it, but like, it's just once, like, it's just another thing I have to move out of the way and like wipe down the counter around. So, it's just not what I want to have. So the winner was that we're putting the paper towels under there. And I think that's an important little detail. I know it's like not major to like have to know where that is, but I want it to hang like this. But that doesn't make sense. This is my job. It's way more fun on live streams than when I have to do like detailed construction documents and chief architect doesn't want to cooperate with me properly. So I think that's going there. I really hate how this looks though, honestly. Maybe I'm just going to make it a little tighter so it doesn't hang so much. I don't know. I kind of want it gone. I don't want it there. I know some people hate anything in the way of the backslash, but right? And that's what I'm saying. Like we're going optimal. Yeah, it's under the cabinet. It's supposed to be mounted under the cabinet, but I don't have an under cabinet mount for it. So maybe I should delete it and just wait till I find the right one. Because otherwise we're going to be distracted by this. I think we'll be distracted by it. So that is the plan though. At least I know that is where it should go. Yeah, it would tie in. I don't know how I feel about curtains in a kitchen, honestly. Like we didn't put them in our kitchen. They moved the pull button and I can't see it on my tiny screen over here. Let's vote on that real quick. Curtains or no curtains on the window? Curtains would be smiley face, no curtains is crying. You guys know how it goes now. I was so afraid when we moved here, that my husband was going to make me put curtains on our windows, and we have like a window like this in our kitchen. I don't want to. I did like look at some cafe curtains, but there's nothing out there, so he doesn't seem to care. So, all right, I think we got that. Maybe there's a sign that our votes were not the correct ones for the holder. That must be it. All right. I don't know where that poll's at. It was whether you think the window should have curtains or not. Ooh, can I click this link? I don't know if I can get it. Copy? Comment copied. I'm going to see whatever. Was it David? I don't know. Somebody. Try to see what that was here. So this. Yes, that's what I was trying. Like, that's what we were looking to do here. I couldn't do it. I think if anything, I don't know. It was one of those things. I don't know if you heard me start talking about it in the beginning. That I thought about doing it and didn't, and like kind of like, man, I kind of wish I just had a better spot for it than on the counter. So if anything, it would need to go in this cabinet here, because this is where I have the trash. I do think that I added another trash can in the island here, but I think it needs to be, we got to move these over. So we're actually going to flip this over this way. And then we're working out cabinet details tonight on this optimal kitchen. Like, that's the goal right now. So actually in this setup, I suppose, well, okay, so this is where there's so many different aspects to this. I really think that like the amount of counter space and working space in this kitchen is really good right now. If you're, again, sorry for those of you who've been here and you're like those of you who are just joining, we're gonna talk more. I'm trying to find the optimal kitchen layout as far as function, and then we're gonna work in the aesthetics to it so that like, you know, you can like this. There can be a huge, beautiful kitchen that like aesthetically is like absolute perfection, but it does not function. And because you're 20 feet from each end of the kitchen. And so my goal with this plan here is I want to create the perfect kitchen layout, basically, because I'm always striving for perfection. My husband loves it. So if we put the cabinet here to the right of the sink with the paper towel pull out, then what I think, this is my pots and pans drawer. I think this is an important drawer to have, and I think it needs to be by the sink and by the stove. So that would push this here, and this is like all the utensils and stuff. So granted, the utensils could go on this side, I suppose, if the pots and pans went here, but we have our pots and pans right next to our sink just like this, and I love it because you like can fill up a pot real quick and then go like that. So, dish to the left, trash to the right is optimal. Can also be equal size. It's perfect for graduating drawers. To me, the sink triangle is a must. Sink flanked by dishwasher and the trash for easy dump. So top for utensils, pots, and pans. So yeah, I think you're saying, because I'm not familiar with the terminology on that. I'm assuming you mean that there's like a drawer in here and then another drawer. I don't have to work out cabinet design too often, so just the sizes. So David, where would you put the trash pullout in this sense? Because we have there, I put a trash here on the right, and then we have dishwasher and sink. So really, you're scraping, rinsing, loading. That's really not a bad little setup there, and I think that might work perfectly. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Which is what I have like typically like on these sides here. I think that works out really well. Right now you have equals. I don't know what you mean by equals. There's a lot coming in right now that I'm like, into the trash. So you want trash, sink, dishwasher? Trash, sink, dishwasher. I suppose that could work. And then maybe this trash goes here. I don't know. I don't know if I want the trash here. Let's take a vote on it. Yeah, so I actually flipped this whole kitchen. I don't know if anybody saw it, like, because it's my kitchen expanded. And I flipped it so it doesn't look exactly like my kitchen. So maybe I should flip it back. Should we flip it back so that the dishwasher's on the right? Where are my regular people's at? What do you guys think? I'm going to delete these lights just because they're in the way. Somebody said I need to have flowers instead of a fruit bowl. Megan liked the fruit bowl, though. I don't know if Megan's still here. Oh, Jen stepped. Oh, no, Jen's here. Okay. All right, we'll flip it back. See all these things I have going on so we can keep discussing all these in detail? So now, it's funny now. It's my kitchen again. So do you guys agree that we should do trash with the paper towel? It's just, is that functional enough for those of us who are like on that functional optimal layout kick right now, like me? Is it functional enough to have the paper towel, even though I was like on the fence about it there, in there? I feel like my husband will hate that though, personally. What size is that cabinet? 24 or 21? How do you feel about these paper towel things? Can you see that? It would be like above the trash can, right next to the sink in the optimal layout. Yeah. Where do you like the paper towels? On the counter or under a wall cabinet? Yeah. My husband, he's too functional, too practical, really. And we like optimal layout. So we have two trash cans in this kitchen, Jen. That is one thing that I kind of wish we had done 2 trash cans in our kitchen. We didn't have the space for it, but I'm like, man. Okay, potato. We're just gonna go with potato. Yes, I do plans and visuals. So Patrick, would you hate seeing it under the wall cabinet then? No, but I think, David, and I'm not saying that your clients are wrong or that you're wrong by any means, but the goal here is like optimal function. Like no aesthetics, the aesthetics are last at this point. Hoping I'm going to tie it all in so that it is stunning. But, so I have a double. I have a trash and then recycling, like one behind the other. And it works out perfect because we usually take our garbage out like twice a week and we only use like, I don't know, medium bags or something. And I like that. It's enough. But we go through these babies and I fill that back. Recycling went up real fast. All right, let's do a vote on this again. I'm going to have to get a bigger monitor because I can't see my poll button because I have a vertical mount on my left here. Okay, quick poll. One more time. How do I want to ask this? Okay, paper towel holder above the trash can is a smiley face. Under the wall cabinet is the crying emoji. So paper towel above the trash can, like at the bottom of the screen, or just under a wall cabinet because, yes, definitely those physics expenses. Always looking for it. Crying emoji is under the wall cabinet. Again, we are shooting for function, 100% function. Now, some people may say, yep, it's totally functional above the trash can. That's fine. But as far as function and optimal layout, where does the wallpaper go? Or wallpaper, paper towels. Oh, we're tied. Again, so under the wall cabinet is a crying emoji. Above the trash can, thank you for the heart me, is the smiley face. Oh, I hate having to do those. I like to be like, do you like what's on screen or do you not like what's on screen? That's like my favorite question to do. I'm not surprised that this is see, David, so you're not like, people agree with you. Oh man. This is a hot, oh no. Wow. Can you you guys can see the results of that, right? Like we're 50-50. That is broken. That is going to have to go to the masses on a video or something, I think. So, again, totally see the logic behind it. But I am wondering, so let's talk about this system here with a trash, sink, dishwasher. So this becomes a trash pull out to the left of the sink here now. So I think we would drop this one, and this one goes here. And we'll do a 24 because we like that symmetry. Ooh, I don't know what I'm going to do about that because I don't want a 6-inch filler there. And I don't really want to have to move my windows again. Well, we'll leave it for now. I can fix it later. Oh, yeah. You can tell that with that comment, even if you didn't say OCD, that whole comment without that it'd be obvious you have that. Okay, so do we think Destiny, I had been drawing in CAD since I was 10. My dad brought home AutoCAD to me because I was drawing kitchen cabinet elevations. And then I got Chief Architect when I was 15. I found it online and I just started drawing for fun and taught myself like pretty much everything I need to know about the software. I taught myself. And then I was a dental hygienist and left my job as a dental hygienist. And my sister was working for a contractor and he needed someone to do CAD for him. So he bought Chief Architect and then hired me. And so then I got his like licensed software to use. And then I started my own business. Once I had like 6 months in with a contractor, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I was doing like construction drawings for him. I wasn't designing pretty kitchens and pretty houses. So, is that corner tight for drawers in each corner? No, we have enough clearance here. I have fillers right there. So you can actually see that in the software, which is great. I can open all these drawers here and you can see we should be good. Yeah, we've got enough clearance right there for those. And then same the other way because we've got a 6-inch filler there, which I hate. Which I got to fix that at some point. I feel like I missed. Okay, so we're talking about this system now. Do we think that this is definitely optimal if there's another trash can in the kitchen? So there's this is a trash, and then this will no longer be a. Well, I guess you could have the trash cans on either end. I think a trash in the island would be better. So this needs to become a 21. I don't know why my snaps are not happening right now. Like my alignment snaps. I don't know what they're called off the top of my head. So we're going to do that. And then this. And then we're just going to flip these. Hopefully it works well for me. That's not bad. I can take it. And then this becomes a 24. Okay, so now we have a 24-inch trash at the end of the island and a 24-inch trash over by the sink. Do we like that? Do we think that is like optimal function? I'd say the island trash can would be so much better. And hey, I'm new to Chief. Is there a tutorial video that you would recommend? I taught myself there, Kowalski, but I do training if you need some help. Okay, give me some likes in the chat, or actually give me some ones if you like the 2 trash cans set up, one over here in the island and then one by the sink. Just give me some ones. And we'll go to the overview here again so we can look at this. Zero. What? Yeah, you can book it right at the link in my bio if you want to. I do offer half hour if you don't need an hour. This is Chief Architect. So you're dropping the. I think the 24 is fine there. Why is those are short? Oh, because the cabinets, these sad counter. What is going on with those? I know this island, like the countertop here is its own separate piece, but they should, I don't care enough right now. These aren't going to construction documents, so we're good. Okay, so it seems like we like the 2. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we could make that. Okay, so another topic I want to talk about. We'll make this a 21, and we'll do a 24 there, or 15 there for now. Excuse me. Those drinks. So we have trash, sink, dishwasher. So now looking at the setup here by the range, we lost my pots and pans drawer that I love. And because they're just big and they're just so fantastic. So where does that go now? Because thank you for the heart me. I like it next to the sink and now we've lost it. So I suppose I don't. So to me though, David, I like my island to be the things that I'm using at the island. And generally my pots and pans are going directly on the range. Um, oh, see, I'm like so opinionated about this. Yeah, I don't like that because you mentioned that earlier in my, no, so we have that, we have a double. I'm going to set this as our default. And I think it's, my thought with this would be utensils and spices and stuff like that. Why did I lose my framing on those? That's so sad. They're gone. Um, Again, we're just talking like I think David and Parsons there, not trying to like call you guys out, but like you're just thinking of like in the terms of like your normal production. And I'm not saying you're not thinking of functional and like optimal layout, but like that is where the emphasis needs to be in this whole layout. So every aspect needs to be like for a cook to like my husband in an ideal world would have an industrial kitchen. We would have like a stainless steel countertop and everything would be open, and that's not realistic from a designer perspective. So how do we get that functionality without and have aesthetic in it? Two drawers flanking either side of the range with a hidden rollout for utensils and spices. I was thinking about the Android knife holders because our knife block is right here and I don't love it out. I want it gone too. It's funny, I didn't think I was gonna want everything off the countertops. I can't because I let my husband have say in our kitchen. Because he's the cook. So but oh man. I don't think do they fit well? Because mine fit great in a true drawer. And I think that'd be loading too much stuff in one cabinet. Because basically what you're saying is it would be something like this one. It would have, yeah, so I think the two drawer would have to go here now. No, I do all my 3D, all my renderings myself. I want my two drawer back that I deleted, but I was like, it's fine. It'll come, like I can get it back. That's why, because this needs to be drawer, panel, frame. That's not going to look right, but, and then I want this equalized. Why does that do that? Heather, I'm not a fan of pot fillers. Again, this is for like absolute optimal functionality. And in terms of that, pot fillers and plumbing, I don't like it. So unless you could put an access panel on the back. I've yet to talk to my plumber about how he feels about those. One day I will ask him. See, so I still think this should be to the right here, and then the multi-drawer one should be on the other side. Because that's going to have utensils, though, and that's so far away from, where am I here? I opened the wrong window here. Yeah, let's, yes, car, always in the kitchen. I wanted to work on, the Barno we were working on last week sometime that Matt had submitted, but he didn't respond to say he was going to be on tonight, so we had to do this. But we were going to work on like the mudroom pantry entrance from the garage in a barn door, and I was excited about that because that's not a kitchen. Okay, let's take a vote. Do we like... This is driving me nuts. TikTok freaking up on me. I guess... Okay, quick poll. Do we like the drawers, just the two drawers on either side of the range? Do we like them for functionality? Yes or no? Give me a smiley face if you like them, or if you don't like it, give me a crying emoji. So we have like spices and utensils. See, I don't think the utensils can go... The spices have to go somewhere else. Because you can't... I don't know if you want spices and utensils. Like in four drawers, like spices, utensils, or utensils and spices. Maybe that'd be okay. Utensils and spices, and then I don't care what else goes on the bottom of those. Okay, so either way. Do you like that setup? That's the question in the poll. Do we like this setup? Just the 2 cabinets on either side of the range. Do we like them or not? That currently in this plan, yes, it's an outside wall. It doesn't have to be. Again, we're trying to decide, like, get the optimal layout of a kitchen. So it would just, ideally, we could just, like, pick up this layout and put it in any house. Obviously, that can't. But, yes, for exhausting purposes, that is out there. Okay. So, not a lot of responding to that one. That's okay. So spices are in the drawer. Utensils are in the drawer. Pots and pans are on the right here. That's not bad. I don't love that you do utensils. We're discussing what should go on either side of the range in this optimal layout, Jen. I think my only beef is that the utensils are far away from the dishwasher now at this point because we've added in this trash pull out here. So I'm on the fence about that one. For me, this cabinet here was going to be the dog food. No, I don't know if it was. Right? I think so too. So now I'm like, but I want the pots and pans here. Because I want to be able to fill from the sink easy here. Cart, what do you mean by it's 2026? I don't know. I don't think I'm getting on board with that still. I think if you did a 3-drawer here, I think you lose a lot of the space for the pots and pans with 3 drawers. I'm like trying to picture how deep my 3 drawers are. Maybe they would fit okay. But like we have a lot of space in ours and nope, no pot filler. I refuse to do a pot filler. Because the perfect, like, there's no benefit to a pot filler if you still have to carry a boiling hot pot of water and dump it in the sink, in my opinion. Like, you still are carrying something heavy and hot, or that's my thought. But if you want to put one in, I don't have any problems. I also just think that you should have an access panel to your plumbing because if something goes wrong and you have to destroy your towel or your tile, all that talk about paper towels, to get to your plumbing for your pot filler. You have 2 different drawers. Cooking utensils are next to stove. Another one is in the island. Right. So yeah, no, definitely. Your silverware is over here somewhere. I don't know exactly where the silverware is. Yet in our kitchen with this similar setup, our silverware is on the end cabinet here. And I love that, but I'm thinking since this is no longer a trash, this is probably where. I think that would be where the utensils are. I think like your silverware, you're like cooking because they're near the dishwasher for unloading. They're easy for the kid to come grab to set the table. That was my thought. Like my kids set the table all the time. I was like, oh, if I keep these off to the side here, the girls can come grab them and set the table for me. That doesn't happen. Not yet. I mean, they're 5 and 10. So Nora has done it once on Mother's Day. Okay. So silverware to me, I think that's where the silverware should go. If you agree with that, give me a 1. Not feeling this one right now. Silverware here. Silverware at the end right there. Not too far from the dishwasher. Okay, so we're going to come back to some specific cabinet details. This one became, people ask what color you use 50. Yeah, and it's on the screen. So, I mean, it's fine because it helps the algorithm a little bit. But, so there's a trash right here. This is a trash pullout right here. And got trash there. I don't know why it's that gold color. We also have trash right here. We got 2 trash cans because we're fancy. And really, in a kitchen this large, it's helpful to have 2 trash cans. So this one's for people coming in, and then the cook's over there, and it's fine. So, I know I played with it a little bit yesterday, trying to see if I could get it like without like making it like the whole screen. It's a little tough, and I didn't want to like block it out, but it's there for people to see. Okay. The pot. Oh, I think I did an insert. Oh, it's over here. I know where it is. I'm like, I know I did it somewhere. So I was playing with these layouts here. So let's do this overview. Yeah, it wouldn't affect them. So Jared, I was like been doing a lot of research on like optimal kitchen layouts, and galley kitchens are 100% the most optimal kitchen layout, but nobody wants a galley kitchen. So, and nobody wants anything in their island. So often, oh, they all change. That stinks. I shouldn't. Why did they all change? My hardware is messed up. So now they look dumb. Okay, let's talk about these spice pullouts. This one here. These vertical, I'm going to close the drawers on this one just so we don't have to see it. It's very distracting right now. I want to talk about these. I've never had one. I will never have one. Does anybody have them and absolutely love them? Because I don't think like bending over to look and grab stuff from here makes sense. I think the utensil holder ones are really nice, like the with like the can in them and like they're in there. But to me, the bottom still becomes useless. Like I don't see the purpose of them. I agree. I'd rather have them. Yes, that's what my general. I thought that was the general consensus that people don't like them. But I was just curious. Yeah, I think oils would be fine. Like if anything, I would put like maybe you could put oils in it and then like the utensils in a can. I don't have them, but my mom has them and they suck. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't like them, but I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page with that. We don't like them. So that's not going anywhere in these kitchens. However, I do like the vertical pullouts for sheet pans and stuff. I think these are nice to have. I think I want to put one in this plan. Yes. So that one for all that is exactly. Matt, I was going to see if you wanted to work on the barn door tonight, but now we're like all into this optimal kitchen layout. So, not very useful. Love the knife lock utensil storage. Yeah. So, they're not efficient. So I do like these. And I think I want one in the kitchen, but I think the question is, where does it go? And my thought was that it goes in the island. Typically we see those right next to the range, but I'm not making cookies over here by the range. I'm making cookies here at the island, and then I'm carrying them to the range. And we have this like very specific system. And it works great for making like doing like each pan when you're making a bunch of cookies. So I was thinking in the island, and I'm thinking, I don't know where I want it though in the island here. Let me see. Did I have notes on, I don't know if I had anything else on here. I know I had thought of this. Yes, cutting boards too. So my thought is if you're standing, I mean, I don't want to put a little person here. Like, okay, person standing here. You're mainly standing like maybe right in the middle of the island here. Without having to open the cabinets and stuff all the time. Like I want things in the island that you use, but like, let's open it, get everything out and be done. But then if we're going to have to grab something again, it's off to the side. So I'm thinking probably this 21 would be those. I think that would probably be a good place because you're doing your prepping and stuff with your cookies and your baking right here. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I have some cookies. I have a cookie sheet. We're going to put it on here. Right there. That is a small cookie sheet. Mine are way better than that. No, I don't think so. I don't personally like it. For a while there, that was the thing is you put the sink in the island, and I think it does give you a really good working triangle, but the mess I wanted our island to be empty. I wanted, I don't know how I feel about those either. Okay. Did everybody see Matt's comment about the KitchenAid mixers, or KitchenAid lifters, I guess? Yeah, I would say that they went out of style. I don't know how well those work. Do you have the prep sink that you never use, right, Joan? Yeah, the sink and the islands are done, I think. Unless you have no other choice and you're remodeling and that's what you get. Like that, I have plenty of clients doing that. But I would say if you could avoid it, I would avoid it. I like having a nice clean area here for me to work without anything in the way. Because if you put a sink right where this pan is here, you're losing a lot of like your main working space. So that's just Yeah, see, and then I think prep sinks are nice to have. And I mean, in this case, there's a prep sink over here in this kitchen for the setup. Um, okay, back to okay. So I think we're gonna make this one here the vertical pan rack. So this only needs to be 12. I think maybe not even. We might be able to get a 9 out of a 9 out of that one. We'll go with a 12 for now. So let's change. I hate these drawers. These slab drawers are so ugly. I'm going to have to change that. And then I want handle to be a knob. Oops, drawer handle. The knob. Distance from top. 3. Nope. Yeah. Sure. Okay, and then we got to change what this drawer is. I had to make this. I didn't have this. My own. Where'd it go? Oh. I only made like 7 of them to get it to work right. I guess we need to go look at where I put it over here. Which one was it? It was this one. Vertical. Oh, I spelled it wrong. That's why. I missed my T. So let's fix that in here first. We've been having them all night already, Cart. There it is. Open object. Vertical. Always. And somebody was like, oh, well, the logo's not very obvious on the screen. And I'm like, what am I, like, should I just leave it there for a while? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. We're fixed now. I can go back to here. And let's go. Oh. All that work I did before. Gone. Seriously. Oh, every night I have to like paste it on my head. That would definitely get people's attention. Everybody would be stopping. All right, so that's good. Who's at my house? Our ring cameras are going off. Drawer. We're going to go framed. And I guess we'll keep the pull. It's a 12, which means really should only have like a 4-inch pull. I was worried about that. We're going to go with a knob because that's just going to look like crap if I leave that in there. And then let's go here. Nope, I use, actually, you know what? We haven't done it in a while, so we'll go ahead and do a ray trace real quick. I'm kind of curious how this color actually looks in this kitchen. So we've got some recessed lights. I think I might want to add one more above the sink. Or do we want to do a fun light above the sink? Maybe, I'm thinking like a globe. And you know what? Even though I don't want to do it, maybe we'll do gold hardware or brass hardware. Which one? Brass or gold? Well, it's so little. Mm-hmm. Right? Have you ever done it before? It was funny. So the only thing is you can't see the chat. I had to hide the chat because that's what I upload to YouTube. So you can't see the chat, which maybe that's fine for you. All right, let's do brass. I'm going to show you what the render does in just a second here. Let's make everything in here brass. Oh, chat is on the right? That's good to know because on my end it's gone. So I'm so excited that it's still there. That makes me really happy for you guys. So that like my recording doesn't have the chat in it, but you guys can see it. Okay. Are we ready? Ready for a little glitch party? Let's change. I don't know. I think these doors, I don't know what these actual doors are. I should probably just make my default ones regular framed because, yeah, trio narrow. What is this? Who did that? I did that, but we're gonna make this drawer framed. Okay, I like where my handle is on that one. Beautiful. Okay, we're just missing one cabinet right here, so we're just gonna go like this real quick, because, you know, everybody wants a 54-inch cabinet right there. Ready? Are you ready? We're gonna glitch a little bit and see how it looks. I really like this color. Surprise. Yeah, you can do the SKP and DWG. I kind of missed my island lights. I think it kind of needed those because we got a lot going on here. So yes, nobody freak out. That gold is not right, or that brass, or whatever color I tried to put in here. We need to talk about the coffee bar side at some point too, but I want to nail down the rest of the kitchen, and like get the functional. So somebody had said, I really want to run this again where my lights aren't glaring so bad, because we're getting too much out of this light here. This one is just way too bright. Let's go like 50% on that one. And maybe tone down a few more of these. They're just... I should run my electric connection so I could just do this all with one switch instead. I can literally just dim the switch. It's so cool. Couldn't always do that. Can we make the glass door leading to the pantry frosted glass? Yes, we absolutely can. I will do that right now. What about like a milk glass? Would that work? I don't know what that's going to look like, if that's going to be enough. Yeah, we're gonna fix that wall. I've been waiting for someone to say something about it. No, you're good, because again, this kitchen is supposed to be like optimal layout. Okay, I guess milk glass doesn't give me the transparency I wanted. I wonder... We're going to run it again real quick. Yeah, oh, I forgot to fix our brass color because it's very yellow. I don't like it. Oh, I froze hard on that one. I don't know why. Oh, probably just because I need the island lights. I think that's what is needed. But yeah, these are... Let's turn the outside off. We're gonna turn the sun off. Oh, that was a good face to freeze on. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, I like the milk glass. I just want it to let some light in when we do let light in, but that's okay. Yeah, we're gonna add. There's supposed to be lights on the island, but I took them off because they were in the way. So we've nailed down our dishwasher sink area transition there to the range. Seems like everybody's pretty much in agreement with that. Now, obviously, I have my open shelves on either side of the window because it did seem like heavy for us. I don't know if that's the direction we want to go in this one. I think was Cart getting upset about our asymmetry a second ago, or was it Pat? Pat was. Okay, oops. Sorry, I should not have done that. We're just going to close that. Pat, because Pat has OCD. Yeah. So I want, again, though, the kitchen sink, I wanted closer to the range for optimal function. So we're not looking at aesthetics. So I understand that that's like trippy and we don't like it. So trying to figure out how we balance it. Now, obviously in my kitchen that has like this similar setup, it is a problem. It's too, honestly, I think it's too heavy on the right. Do we agree? If you agree, just give me a 1. I think it is too heavy with those four there. So we could do some, we know you think it's a problem. Kate Salfirst, Chief Architect. My mom's maiden name is the same as yours. I don't know if it's your maiden name or your married name, but that was my mom's maiden name. My thought is, obviously, I don't know if that would be too many. I'm going to try something. I'm not 100% sold on it yet. and that's why we do visualizations, so we can see what we think about it. But I'm going to make this an open cabinet, or for the sake of the people who want it, we'll do glass cabinet doors. And then this one, I think, will also be glass. So that visually will like lighten up the weight on that side. And then I think this one, it needs to be just a third. Nope. That one's a double. And then possibly we could do another glass in the... No, that's not... I don't think I'm going to like that. That was my thought originally. And now I'm like, we'll see it. But I don't think I'm going to like it. I was hoping that would work, but I don't think... It doesn't help that the inside of these cabinets are not the right color. So let's open these doors up. And now we're going to paint that component. Maybe that would help. Maybe it won't be so bad. We'll find out in a second here. Yeah, but do we like the glass on both sides? Because I don't know if I do. There's something about the right side that still seems too heavy. Now I don't want to move the sink. Like, I really don't want to move the sink. But I would like a little bit more space around the window because I think they're too tight to the casing. I don't know. Jen, you're not feeling it? You know who's not here? Lindsay. And I'm literally recording for her to post on YouTube tonight. So she's going to be so happy when I tell her it's on and her and Steven are going to watch it. Put the fridge next to the sink in front of the window. Yeah, it's still really heavy. Nope, the sink is not going on the island. Like it better. The other thing we could maybe do... Sink is... So it's funny when I like read people's comments and I think of my own kitchen and I'm like, no, my kitchen's fine. So maybe this one's not? Is that what you're saying? Maybe this one doesn't have glass? Maybe that would do the trick in this one. I think it worked well in mine, so it's fine. And then, but that's weird. So maybe we just do glass in one of them? So, this is, we're going to come back to my kitchen for a second and why we set up our kitchen the way we did. Was that if you're cooking here, my husband wanted dishes here so he could literally just grab them and serve like this. Like, so that is where we have our pot plates and our bowls in this cabinet in our kitchen setup. And then on this side, and it's an open cabinet. On this side, this is also an open cabinet. And there's glassware in there for like cups and drinks and all that kind of stuff. So that people can like just help themselves to a cup if they want to get a drink in our house. And they don't have to ask us. And he loved that. And I thought that was just, I love that he thought of that. So, that's how our setup is. And I like it. And I like the function. And again, we're trying to figure out an optimal kitchen layout purely for function in an optimal layout and not worry so much about the aesthetics. So, but I do think we want to try to match the aesthetics within this optimal layout. Perfect the aesthetic in this optimal layout. I don't know. The language. Right? That's exactly. So ours are just open cabinets. Colby, I tore down a wall in my kitchen and need help planning. You do amazing work. How much do you charge? So if you wanted to do a session, those are $397. They're like this, but you get a bunch of deliverables. If you want to learn more, you can submit your email to the link in my bio. And you're going to get an automatic email with more information in that. And I have a YouTube video finally that like talks through what you like different deliverables depending on what you need for your sessions. It's like 6 minutes. I highly recommend watching that. Thanks, Jen. The fridges stand in the rush way. Just imagine someone using a fridge and someone comes through the door. So this door is just to the pantry. We'll open it a little bit. So in this plan, and it definitely a possible issue But this is just pantry right now. Now, my goal with this layout is that it's like malleable. Like we can change it and move it, and like maybe the pantry is this way and the fridge. But I really, our refrigerator, it's funny because I like don't mean to keep being like, this is how my kitchen is, but it's hard. Like we spent so much time thinking about how our kitchen layout was going to work the best. And for the most part, the only issue that we have currently in our current kitchen, it's a little bit scaled down from this, is that we only have, I think that we have like 210 there because we had issues with the structure of the house and we literally could not push the island out more. I think, is it 210? No, it's 3 feet. I think we got 3 feet. I think we got just 3 feet, and that just really is not enough. Like we need to have at least 3.5 feet here. I think that would have been perfect because then you can pass each other. Oh, thanks for the goat. I don't know when that was sent. So, but I love having the refrigerator here. Because there's so much open space in this area. Without it being like, I mean, yeah, we could get way more space here so it wasn't an issue and it would be like this far off and then it's fine. But that's not the point of all this, is like, otherwise you're walking too far to your refrigerator. Thanks for joining us, June. So somebody wanted to say, I can't remember whose name what their name was, but wanted to see what this would look like if we did glass in the middle and doors on the end, or just one or the other. Like maybe, what if, like, let's just see. But I don't know. I don't like this because now your dishes are really far away from your stove and your cook. That seems like it was an easy solution. I'd probably put the microwave in the pantry in this one. Yeah, that's a hard no. I can try flipping them, but I don't think that's going to do it either. Come on. All right. It's not going to let me do it for some reason. Can't find anything to flip over. Destiny, are you glad that I have a regular schedule now? Because I know you're like, when do you get on? Like, for a while there was whenever I felt like it. But we're like, it's nice because we're finally getting in the routine of like in the house of like me being on at this time. It was a little tough. We had a rough start, but we're here. Yeah, my dog started barking. Chris was in the shower, and I had to like pause the stream like 30 seconds in, and then my daughter just got out of the tub. My 5-year-old was like standing right here in the doorway naked, and like, don't walk any further, please. Get banned from TikTok. Do we like that? I don't love it. And like my thought too, I had one of the original thoughts I had was that you could do. I was like, I would really love one of these cabinets at the end here. But I am like so obsessive about not, like, I don't like that this isn't, like, this is a run of counter space and like it's blocking. Like I don't know. I don't like it. And really you probably would want it to be a little deeper than a standard wall cabinet. So I wasn't feeling it. Not by any means. I think, and I don't even know if that helps with like the balance either. I mean, maybe you get 3. I don't know. I like the glass on either side of the cabinet, but I know we aren't the biggest fans of maybe open shelves on the end. So I'm not. Should we go to my kitchen? Should we go look at my kitchen? Because I'll do open shelf. I'll do an open cabinet. But the open shelves in this case wouldn't be functional, and they're not like part of the optimal layout. How does everybody else feel about the appliance garage? Remember, we're talking optimal function and layout in this, not so much worried about aesthetic. I mean, and that's why my kitchen is perfect. We won't stay on it long. But like And this is where the layout came from. Sorry, we're going to look at it real quick because probably like this works really well because we have the open cabinets. Our dishes are on either side there. Unloading the dishwasher is actually a little tricky because I literally have to load everything onto the counter because I don't like walking around the dishwasher because we don't have that 42-inch clearance that I wanted. But like this is great because like it's not super heavy on the right side. We have the open cabinets. And because we've expanded the kitchen in the optimal layout, it's like a hindrance almost. Like it's ruining it. Yes, definitely can be an eyesore. The pantry, hide it all away. An appliance garage that would link to the pantry, hide it all away, and grab when you need it. So are we putting glass appliance garage? I hate them. Jen, what do you hate? If Jen says she hates something, we're done with it. No. Okay, let's try this again. Because I like the open here, obviously, for my own reasons. And then I had the same idea, if not more counter space. That's fun. I didn't know you hated appliance garages. It's funny because I would have loved to hide our microwave, but not functional. So that's too much with 3 there, right? If we did 3 here. No, not doubles. I want auto rights, I think, all the way. Or do I want an I want a left here. And then another auto right. I don't know why I always say auto because I need to look for auto because I need to look for it. Is that's too heavy? You always say that anytime. It seems like anytime you like your people like tell you we don't like your idea, you're like, I was just saying. I'm just picking. I didn't know that. I don't hide microwaves, but now we have a reason to not hide microwaves. So the microwave is going over here in the pantry on the counter. I do wish I had somewhere to put the air fryer in the main kitchen because we use our air fryer a lot. There's a lot of doors to deal with, maybe. Not. What's your name, Ham Thumb Han? Is it just Hannah? No, I know. That's how it goes. Okay, let's okay, that's what I figured it was. Yeah, it is. I think it is a lot of doors. That's why for us when we have just 2, it works great. And now I'm like, maybe that does only need to be 2. I mean, we have a 30 there, a 33 maybe. Let me see what we have here. Really? What the heck? Why is my... You guys see all the layers I have on this plan? Because it's my plan for my remodel. Like, I don't have nearly as many other ones. Okay. We have, I think it's a 33. 36? Wow, I didn't know it was a 36. Okay, so let's go back. Oh, there's a cat out there. I should send you a picture of my brother's kitchen they built. If I can find a picture. It sounds like we might just need to move the sink. I know, I don't want to move the sink. I feel like we just nailed that down. I'm like, although maybe we could afford some more workspace here. Like maybe that wouldn't be the end of the world. But I don't want to move it too far. Because I still, like, I will not do a pot filler. We're not having a pot filler. But the farther we move it, the other thing too, and what I like about our kitchen, if we put a wider window in though, we lose the left side. So though, if this is gone, this one's gone. This becomes a regular. Let's try a 36 here. And then just delete that one. And that's okay there. So now we've got a 36 here. And then we can move this over. And maybe we adjust those and make them a little wider. And we go with, that's a 6-foot window. I mean, are we thinking like 6.5? Give us a few more inches there. and then widen up that side so that it matches the distance of the 12 there. So whatever the gap is on either side is right. Maybe? I think it's a little too bare now. Like, I'm like, do we need to go even bigger? Bigger? Maybe? Let's look at this. So if we want to do equal distance to the wall cabinet from the center here, we're pretty much there. So this would be right there. That's equal distance if once there's a wall cabinet I keep going back to my kitchen. It's like I like want everyone to see it. So I wasn't offensive about that because actually if we come back to like this was like again, I was just like trying like I was working on some content ideas basically. And to me that seems overkill. I really wish my drawers hadn't been all messed up. I'm so irritated that happened. Because I set one of them as a default. Especially like the dishwasher. I mean, you'd have drawers over there, but like, it seems like too much. I'm so sad that this got messed up. And that's where I like come back to this where it's like not so wide. That's 5.5, 9. Oh, real quick, let's look at the sinks. Let's take some votes on here. 1, 2, 3. We've got 1 for an undermount, 2 for a workstation, 3 for farmhouse. What's your fave? Who's spamming them likes? One, 2, 3 on the kitchens. 2 or 3. Jay says 2. Jay, nice to have you again. Hannah says 1. Hannah, are you new here? One, 2, 3 on the sinks. Jen, Allie, where are you, ladies? Thank you for the rose. Got a lot of votes for 2. We got a lot of votes for those. It's a very, very good tune. Well, it was forever since I was on. We started our remodel in May, and I don't know if I went live again. I may have gone live like once or twice since the remodel. And then we moved in March. And I finally was like still finishing things. And in April, I started going live. And then our internet, we had Verizon internet and it sucked. And I had to wait till we could get hardwired fiber optic. So, some kids are new tonight. That's okay. Okay. So I think we were leaning towards 2. So we'll put 2 in our kitchen in here in the other room. The ideal workspace for the optimal layout. Look at that. Is it going to fit? It's going to be tight, but we'll go a little wider than on that. So we can move this over, move that over. Well, we're going to make this a 36. Nope, we're made it a 35, which is good because now I don't have a bunch of a filler there. So let's get this to 36 for real. And then let's move this again because I suck. Do we like the triple sliding window or do we want me to do like some... No, I don't really want to do those big glamorous windows. Hi, Lindsay. Did I just say something about you? Because, or were your ears ringing at like an hour ago, maybe? Because they should have been. Why aren't we centered? Stupid little details. Okay. So, try bringing up the bottom of the window 8 inches up the counter and then go 7.5 feet wide. So detailed on that comment there. Do you own your business or do you work for a site online? I am SVS Design. That's me, SVS. I'm recording tonight, Lindsay, so you can go back and watch all of it. And so can Steven. Okay, so we have, you said 7.5 feet wide. We're at 6.5 right now. 8 inches off the counter, so a 36 plus 8. 40, no, yeah, 8 and 44. That's so tall. That's not bad. That works. I've been drawing in CAD since I was 10 years old. I've had chief architect since I was 15. I went to school to be a dental hygienist, left hygiene after 6 years, and got hired by a contractor to do CAD for him using chief architect. And once I worked for him for 6 months, I said, okay, I'm going to launch my own business. All right, are we digging this more? So the only issue is, like, what do we do over here? Because I love my symmetry here. I think hopefully we're completely symmetrical. I'm like looking at this and my hood does not look like it's symmetrical. So let's turn this into a true 60 there. Make sure we're entirely centered, which there's room to adjust on the hood. Like I don't feel like the hood space is as hood space. I don't feel like that area is like as much of like a hard, like 100% these sizes need to be these sizes. Because it does look like we're off, but we're not off. So what do we want to do with that corner space? I think we need to leave it empty because otherwise we have to balance on this side. Do we want an appliance garage? Because I don't think I do. I want a bread box. Do we have a bread box? I was supposed to make sourdough tonight and I didn't. So my kids are not going to be happy with me when they want it and I don't have it for them tomorrow. Because I think, oh, that's lame. I don't think I want this one, but we're going to put it on the counter anyway. Right cabinet looks skinnier to the left. Yeah. I guess I should disclose my plan because we're not looking at it anymore. Are you talking about on the range wall? We got a 36 and a 36. But yeah, something does look off, but it's not. Look at, even it's telling me we got 6 inches on either side of the range. Okay, so we can adjust this. Like we can tighten or shift slightly if we need to. Yeah, I think it was the angle. So what do we want in this corner? Because, I mean, I'm kind of thinking a countertop cabinet, but I don't know if there's enough function in them. Like, if this didn't have to be, if we shift this and we make this like I think a 30 would work there. I want something with a double door. We still don't have a ton of space there. I could maybe make a little bit more. I don't think a wall cabinet. I don't think a countertop. That's what makes sense right now. But again, function over aesthetic here. To me, that's a bad idea. So this is why it's a bad idea. They're not at the right height? I don't know. So, yeah, I don't like that at all. I think I wouldn't mind the idea of an open wall cabinet because otherwise, like, you're a little cramped in there. It's a 21, so that probably wouldn't be bad as an open cabinet, which is what I was hoping for before anyway. I think we do need to... They should be good now. Is that what you're saying? They weren't lined up there? So maybe... I don't know. It's the range hood. Yeah, I agree. That would probably be the only one. I love open cabinets too. And that I still kind of get what I wanted out of that one and what I think is nice to have. And they would be practical. I don't know what the thickness is on my shelves. I don't think they're as thick as I would have liked them to be. And do those shelves... see, I don't know if I love that. But... yeah, we're gonna... well, I have to balance these out. So we're probably gonna... this is a 30 and that's a 36. So they're both gonna have to be 33s and we're gonna shift over... which means this one becomes a 30, which wouldn't be bad. So let's look at the cross section here. Yeah, we're I wasn't worried about that right now. Yeah, and this one's off too. So we've got some fixing to do over here now that we were argued with for quite a while about how those should go. So we're gonna make this a 33. We're gonna make this a 33. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, so I'm just going to slide that over. We're going to slide this over. I don't know how I feel about saying we're centered. I don't think we're centered. Let's like... So then this one can come back. And we'll adjust these so that everything lines up perfectly. We're going to do that in the cross section here. That's not going to work. Why is that overlapping with the cabinet? Did anyone else see that? It's showing me there's a gap there, but it wasn't showing me that in the elevation. Oh. I don't know what just happened. Okay, yes. I think that's going to be a 33 now. That's a 30 for now, and then we're going to tighten that up for a second here. So our 33 at the end, actually, you know what, though? We need to pull, I'm going to pull all of this down again. No, it won't matter. I was like thinking I wanted to fill her at the end. Oops. But I don't need to fill it because it's an open cabinet. So we're fine. So that's a fat drawer. I don't know how I feel about those. Yeah. It's funny. We have a lot of people who come in and are like, "This is the playlist. The playlist is the spot." And we usually we got a good variety. He hasn't been playing some of the newer stuff that I like he's got a few poppy songs that he has added mostly for his wife. Some Benson Boone. Of course, he would tell you he doesn't like Benson Boone, but he likes some of Benson Boone. Okay. So this is our spices and utensils, and I don't think these are equalized right now from what I can tell. Well, maybe they are. We've got five, yeah, they're all, it's just the angle. Oh my god, my sunburn is so bad. And I need to like cool down, but I'm not trying to like flaunt my sunburn. This could probably be, I don't know, what would this one be? Let's talk about these cabinets. I think we're pretty even here, right? Let's double check that we're even here. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're perfectly even, but it doesn't seem... Well, the cookie tray drawer is in the island. We can go, like, once we line these up, let's actually just do that now. We'll not, oops, must be I lost that one. Let's work for showers. Yes. But I am doing my own project stuff, so maybe I will last longer. I don't think I want that. I don't think 2 feet's going to be enough there. And I don't want to make this kitchen any bigger than it needs to be. So there, we're all lined up. Well, we're not quite lined up. This needs to be back, actually, because the backsplash needs to be flushed with the wall cabinet. Oh, no. We're just deleting that for a second, because otherwise... There we go. That might be... I can... Let me look at that. Sink is centered. Faucet is centered. The faucet was not centered. I don't think I moved the faucet after we moved the sink. So then we gotta get the light centered there too. Okay, all centered. So we've got a 24 and a 15 there. Maybe it's all, what if it's all 36? Oh, 36 is gonna be too big. It's gonna have to be that wide. And I don't, that would be some great storage in those. Like really great storage. And since it's 4 drawers, it's not gonna be like overloaded. Mr. F, we're trying to get the perfect kitchen layout. Not from a design perspective, from a function perspective. Look at top right cabinet. I'm assuming you mean on the elevation. Let's see how big this island is real quick. 9.2 by 5.2. 5.3. Does it? Did I move it again? The fridge is at the other side of the kitchen. We'll swing around to that area because we need to get to that spot. Look at the top right top right cabinet. It lines up past the corner of counter. Yes, this one. So that's bugging you? So you want to go and move everything over basically so that so here's the thing. Okay, does anybody else feel like Matt is being realistic or is he being I was gonna say a princess when I was like, I shouldn't say that to people on live streams. Because I totally get that line up, like that view, but like it's not something that like because that's one thing that I personally don't care about as much. It's one of those things, yeah, so on both sides, well, it's fine on this side because at this end, no, I render in Chief Architect. It renders pretty well. Right now, my settings aren't great in this kitchen, but it does render, like, if you look at my page, anything that's high quality renders, it's Chief. Yeah, so we're all lined up here. You can see my blue line there. The hood is giant. We could go smaller on the hood. We want to go smaller on the hood for function? If I pull it this way, maybe the hood should be smaller. Because then I can pull this out and I can lose a little bit of this, but expand this. Yes, we are within that. I feel like 25 is even too far. We're at 18. My kitchen is 20 feet total, so we're probably about 15. And I feel like I'm walking way too far to the refrigerator. And again, we're trying to make a really optimal layout, and then making sure it's aesthetic. The double door is so small. Which double door? This one over here, maybe? We're still working on that area. Yeah, the fridge is right here. So, I think we got a pretty good layout. So, if you think that the hood should be reduced down to the size I have it currently, which is it was a 60 and now it's a 54, give me a 1 in the chat if you agree with that decision. That's the pantry door that you see over by the fridge, so that's not the main part into the kitchen. So now that's a 36. This one's going to probably be also a 36, and then we're going to move this over, and then, Matt, your problem is solved. Right? Yes. But I think that's going to be too wide now. I don't like that. That's too much. Like, I don't like that at all. I liked our little skinny one. I don't think these should ever be more than like 21. And now we have it at 27. So it was 6 inches, which makes sense. But now I think we gotta shift back a little bit. Like, are we gonna get it? Is it gonna get? Can we get it perfect tonight? Probably not. So I think that needs to stay at 21. And now maybe this is a 36. But we can't. So the problem is, okay, so that's the issue, is that Matt can't get his perfect symmetry and everything to line up here perfectly, because then we end up with a 24-inch. Too much attention now, yes. We end up with a 24-inch cabinet there. I do like the 54-inch range. I don't mind tightening up everything else that way. It is all your fault. So this is a 36 now. And you're just going to have to deal with the lack of symmetry here. This is going to be a 30? No. I don't like how open cabinets look that are 30. Or that are more than 24. That are more than 21. I just don't like I don't like the aesthetic of it. But honestly, like, this tightens up the kitchen a little bit more, and I kind of like that. Like, I'm not trying to have this giant... Oh, you don't have to go to bed. It's fine. No, well, unless you can't deal with how this looks, if this is going to bug you for the rest of the evening. Unless I might be able to make this work. Hold on. I think I have an idea. Because this can't be a 36. If this is a 33, we're a little bit closer. And then we can just shift this over like 1, maybe 2, and try to get a filler on either side. So then it's like a little bit bulkier. Oh, it's not perfect. Like, it's like, my spacing is just off. So actually what I'm going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to fill the whole thing again, which should be about 24. Yes. And then when I click it here, I'm going to make it a 22, and it should shrink on both sides evenly. Did I win? Did I get it? I think I won. Right? Because that's a 22. I said I didn't want to do more than 21. I think I can do that. And hopefully this lines up enough for the princess in the chat. Okay, so we're good there. All right. So are we happy with... We got to figure out this side now. Now I feel like we don't have enough cabinet space on this side. Now that we've, like, simplified it. But look at it. It's so pretty. So... Do we want an open cabinet on the right with the open cabinet on the left? Or do we want to do doors? What are we thinking now that we have this nailed down? Or do we want to run this in ray trace and see if I can get my settings a little bit better? You know what we need? I think what the problem is that there's supposed to be a deck structure out here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cover the deck, and then we're not going to get as much light. It's not going to be that big. That's a little extravagant. How do you make a house? I don't know how. I don't know what you're doing it on. What add-ons do you use? I don't use any add-ons. This is Chief Architect. Everything is in my system that I need. So let's put a ceiling on this. We have one. I guess we're going to build some roofs, even though I don't really want to right now, but I want it covered so that we don't see it. Or we don't get as much light in. I didn't want to see the deck out there, though, or the roof out there. So let's pull this. What solution are we talking about? I know that's not how this is going to be, so nobody can say anything about that. Perfect. The finished deck of that window should be a pass-through barbecue window. Hey, we can open it. Let's see what happens if we run this in ray trace. Oh, we need some pendants. We need some pendants on the island. We still have some spaces to fill on the island here. Are we going to stay up all night trying to get this nailed down? Or is this going to be a to be continued on Thursday evening? We're going to go with... What is that print on there? Can you guys see that? I don't think you can. No antler pendants tonight. I was ready for it too, actually. So I was like, I'm not sure I'm ready to talk about this layout yet. I wanted to, honestly, I wanted to work on it on my own. Two pendants or 3. And we're doing small, simple ones because we don't want to take away from the aesthetic. Yes, every single time. Because I'm like, well, I want it, if I'm going to take the time to glitch and have everyone's like, you're lagging, what is going on? And, have TikTok yell at me. It's gotta be perfect. 2, 3, 2, 3. I mean, we can do both. We can see how that looks. Oh, I do not like those. Those are dumb. Let's do 2. I don't want to take away from the kitchen. So you change the code to have countertop outlets on kitchen instead of on the side. Yes, everywhere changed that code. That is the new code for everywhere. And it's dumb. We didn't do it in my house because I haven't had codes come in my house, so it's fine. If he wants to, he isn't welcome. No, I know the codes guy, and he knows what I'm doing. It's not showing up at my door yet. There. It's almost like I know that's the rule. Yeah, they have to be push up. Like you have to and we're not doing it. So you can try, but your computer probably won't run it. And I don't mean that to be snotty. It's just the truth. Okay, ray trace. Let's do it. Hopefully my settings are a little bit better now this time, and we'll get a little less glare. Here we go. I didn't fix the gold and the brass. I think I need those pendants to be clear glass. And we gotta do something about all these freaking drawers over here on the right. We're still awfully bright. Still very, very, very bright. That's okay. All right, what are we doing on the right-hand side here with these wall cabinets to the right of the sink? I don't know if we can put sconces in. Yeah. Thank you, Jen. What do we want to do with them? I'm thinking we could probably pull off 3 doors. I think now we could. But I think it is going to be a little heavy. So do we just leave? Yes, we're leaving it. So this one, we got to, well, I guess it doesn't matter because we don't need that symmetry. That's a 1. I don't know. I want more cabinetry over here though now. I mean, I can get this to a 38. Actually, if we line up perfectly there, I can get it to a 39. A little better. Thicken it up a little bit. I knew that was bugging you, Pat. No, we're not sold on it. We're just deleting it for now because I don't want to spend time in there right now, to be honest. Do I want the backsplash? I know, hands down, I don't know. With our experience, this cabinet right here, well, it was packed full because, so, real quick, we moved in this house in March, and we have a drawer here because our trash closet's here. We have a drawer here, but it's not that big. It's only a 36. And we have a drawer over here that's a 36, all just regular because they're standard cabinets. And all 3 of them were my junk drawers because I didn't really have anything else. We had 1 junk drawer at the old house, a silverware drawer, and then towels and dog food, and that was it. Those were the only drawers we had in the old kitchen. So I didn't have stuff for the drawers. And so all 3 of these were junk drawers. I finally got our medicine and vitamins and stuff and first aid things into this one. And now this is the junk drawer, and then this drawer is becoming the spice drawer. So it was just, I'm like, why do I have 3 junk drawers? Okay. But yes, more unused kitchen stuff. Yeah, with big pantry. Okay, so let's take a vote on it. I think we're probably good. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're happy with how things look around this window as far as the cabinets on either side. I think I really we were really close. I was not ready to move that that sink, and I'm glad we didn't have a sink, and I really like how much space is right here. And I like that on either side of the window here it's more open. I am wondering about maybe taking the backsplash up a little bit to maybe where the hood is, but I don't know. That's more of a design question. Different trim. What? Something more ornate? Ooh, do we like that better? I think I kind of like that better. Just a little bit. I don't like I don't want to go all the way, but maybe it goes here so that's at the same. You know what? The cabinet color isn't staying. Give me an actual forest green color there. What I don't do rosemary. We do rosemary all the time. Dried thyme. Did we do dried thyme in the other kitchen? In the barn dough? We'll take a vote on it. If everyone else likes it, we can leave it. Green or no green? If Lindsay's here, she's all about it. Quick poll. Do we like the color or do we want me to go back? Tell me in the poll. Do you like the green or do you not like the green? I know you're all saying it in the chat, but yes or no? You can ask, but people might get mad at you for asking. All right, well, let's switch it up, though. Maybe we need to just switch it up once in a while. So maybe not pigeon. Wow, I just looked at the chat. I'm like, really? 6-3? Dang. I feel like it's not updating. I'm trying to think of another color we can put in. Because I don't think I like the green either. I really like the pigeon color we were working with. Let's go back to pigeon real quick. And then, oh, I thought it was changing songs. Show and folder black. Ooh, maybe this is a good medium. Is it the same one I had? No, it's not. Oh, I was looking for like a sea salt. Hard no. Hard no. I can't believe everyone likes that green. I'm very shocked by that. No, I know. I got my winner right there. We're just going to go white. Black. Jen. Can we just do a better green? Our living room is this color, but I don't think it's going to look good on these cabinets. Yes? No? We're going to go... do you use Chief Architect? Inner Child? Okay, then I will show you. I just wrote fried time. We're gonna do... Whoops. Fried. Give me 1 second and I will show you how to do that. We're gonna blend these materials real quick. Ooh. I don't like the dark. And then component on that one. Okay. So we got to do a little Chief Architect training real quick for... Who was it? Where'd it go? I lost it. Oh, Inner Child. That's right. Okay. Inner Child. I don't know where your toolbar is, but I'm going to slide my window over here so you can see a little bit more here. When I use my eyedrop tool and I grab the color, you can see that I have component, object, room, floor, and paint plan. So that's what all these are. So if you just do component, it's just going to change one. So like if I pick up this window trim or window color, like it's just going to do the component. So it's just the door. And you can do each part. Now if you want the entire object, you click object and then it'll do the entire object. So the same thing works when you do it for the entire room. So I can easily just click this and then we click the room and now all these cabinets are white. And we hate that because we hate white. So here we go. I shouldn't say we hate white. White cabinets are so boring. Sorry to anyone who has a white kitchen. Maybe. Okay. How would you hang curtains on an 8-foot wall? I don't know. Depends on the situation. Window trim needs to be bolder somehow to give a pop to that spot around the window. Okay. Well, we're gonna have this whole side nailed down, and then Thursday night we'll come back at the same time, 8:30. Yeah, let's go 8:45 to be safe, since it might be nice out. Or if it's not, I still have time. 8:45 Eastern. We will tackle the island and the right side, down to all the cabinet details, because I'm pretty happy with where we're at. But let do, and it haunts me, wouldn't have been my choice to have white cabinets. Aren't you building though? Do we like the triple slider, or do we want it to be something different? We could do, maybe it's a one slider. I don't know why I wanted a triple slider with lights. And then let's see what we have for casings. I'm trying to think if I can think of one off the top of my head that we could use. Like the triple. Maddie likes the triple. So just something a little more decorative. I want his new music. We're gonna switch the playlist. Hey, Jen. I'm still here and I'm still awake. No. Ooh. Yeah. We're gonna go with this one. We couldn't change the cabinets. Oh, but the builder had already started when we went under. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. That stinks. You're never gonna paint it. Let's do this, and let's do. They're 3 1/4. We want to do like maybe 4 1/2. I think that might be a little bold. Yes, seriously. Is that good? We got a little bit more detail in it, or do you want to go bigger, or do we want a lintel on it? Let's see what I have in my. Really? I don't have anything in there? All right, we're not going to do a lintel because I don't feel like doing it. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then we can do the same trim around that door over there. Break the glazing up into smaller panes of glass and make the pane color match the frame. I don't know what you mean by that. Okay, let's run a ray trace and then probably call it a night. I still want all the cabinets to be two different. Like, I want a tricolor kitchen because I love it. Glitch party. Ooh, that is a good idea, Lindsay. We could probably work that into here. You know what's going to be fun, too, is when I get this setup done, I'm just going to change it all the time and redesign it, but with this same layout every time. But, like, you could do, like, one of, like, on a really extravagant hood, and this one that, like, drops down and, like, comes to the counter and has, like, your little niches for stuff inside of it. And then, like, on the other end, you could do a full, like, a full counter cabinet or, like, appliance garage or whatever. It's kind of fun. We are looking to do white glass fridge. I don't know what countertops, though. Cabinet color in the renderings is willow tree. I have it in my living room, actually. Okay, we're calling it a night. Lindsay, again, I'm going to upload for you, dear. I hate hoods. That's why I like. It's funny when we went with our cabinet guy, I told him I wanted a more ornate, like a tinier crown on our hood. I'll show you real quick. And it's funny because I don't like hoods, and I don't know if I don't like them because like working in Chief all the time, and I just hate having to pick out hoods. But we have pretty like nice crown on the top of our wall cabinets, and he was like, "You don't want it to match?" I was like, "No. First of all, we wouldn't have the clearance for it to match. It would not fit on either side here of install. But also like it didn't need it. Like otherwise, it just is like I don't know." So we went smaller on ours, but look at the setup. It's almost familiar. Okay. The reason the sink is so small. The sink is not small. It's a 36-inch sink. I mean, I guess we could go with a bigger one. Maybe if I'm willing to sacrifice, which actually we could go with a bigger sink. That is to be determined on Thursday night around 8:45 Eastern time. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for watching.